Blum put together some kind of a survey which turned up the interesting fact that women are not particularly interested in handsome men. Extremely handsome men were described as vain and difficult to live with. One woman said, "I'd rather have people say I wonder what she sees in him than I wonder what he sees in her." Several women insisted that attractiveness in a man has less to do with his looks than with an indefinable bearing and attitude, too complex for men to understand, but instantly recognizable to all women. It's a certain cool that suggests there's a lot more there than meets the eye. These men never bore you, the women said, even when their hair begins to go. That's the attitude we discussed earlier. And as to money, there was not one unmarried woman who felt that a good husband had to be rich. In fact, a number of them specified that he should not be wealthy, at least not in the beginning. One woman said, "It would take all the fun out of it if I couldn't help him along in his career, if I didn't feel that we were building something together." A few young women even raised the thought that inherited wealth made men unattractive. One girl, who had been on the verge of either marrying her boyfriend or breaking up with him for 3 years, sees the fact that life has been just too easy for him as one of the factors that's kept her from marrying him. She said he's brilliant and he's handsome and he's wealthy, yet there's something about maturity that comes through adversity. If you don't suffer a little, you never stop being a kid. Although a great many single women expressed the desire to work after marriage, almost all agreed that their husbands should be able to support them if they should change their minds. Therefore, though they'd cheerfully marry a poor man, he should be a poor man with potential. Despite the fact that almost all women rank a husband's ability to make a great deal of money as relatively unimportant, many insisted that he should have an intense, even aggressive appetite for his life work. Men who were frustrated or depressed by their jobs were written off as hopeless. The willingness to work 18 hours a day, at least when he's getting started, was highly praised, and many an unmarried girl was proud of the fact that she would never come between her husband and his work. You know, there are 2 important points in that interesting little survey. Women, too, realize the importance of a person's life's work, the one thing at which he's decided to become great. She should have one, too, of course. And 2, the willingness to work 18 hours a day, at least when he's getting started, was highly praised. Women understand that a man must have an important work to do in addition to wife, home, and family. The home and family can constitute the whole world of many women. It almost never can for a man. Man is the hunter, and he must leave the family to make his mark in the world. Many women must also do this. They simply have no real interest in taking care of a home, nor should they necessarily. The racial memory of tending the fire and babies is bred into every woman, just as hunting is bred into every man. But in some it's stronger than others, and in the modern world there are a good percentage of women to whom a career outside of the home is much more important to them. Getting back to Sam Blum's survey, one woman said, "All diamonds have flaws, and my diamond, my jewel, my husband, has more flaws than you'd believe. I often contemplate murdering him for the insurance money. But the thing that keeps me from doing that is that I then look at other women's husbands, and you know, I couldn't stand them for a minute. And so I guess you could define the good husband as the one who, for absolutely no good reason in the world, makes you feel that when you're with him, you're home."